condition tightening of my chest again, and what are you doing to me, Sam? What? Tuberculosis. Is that what he died with? Is that what he left his physical body? Tuberculosis.
Right.
He had. And, I don't know, he wasn't of age, this one. I would probably put him in, I'm probably wrong, I'm not good with age, but I feel I'd put him in the category of maybe 37, 40. If he got to 40, he wouldn't be in the late 40s.
Right.
But a small, squat guy with this red hair.
Okay. And he moves it around, you said, over the back there?
Yes, he does. I feel he moves around all over.
Right.
He really does. And I feel...
name with him?
Can you get me a name, please, Sam? Just a name? Sounds like what? Bradwell. Bradwell? Is that the first or surname? It's the first of his names. Bramwell. Bramwell. Strange name, Bramwell.
Bramwell.
Is it? I thought he said Bradwell. Bramwell.
Okay.
Bramwell. Okay, thank you. Is there any more, please? Oh, just quickly, I'm also being made aware now, although I'm not actually seeing the spirit man, the spirit form, but I see again a small man who would, for some reason, favour this area, not really move out, and I'll go to a passageway, and he's up and down the passageway. Can we go up there?
Yeah, sure.
Outwardly, the Black Bull is a public house like any other, a place where fun and frivolity has flowed for centuries. But amongst the furore lies a very sorry tale, a broken man who cannot let go. And his alleged betrayal would haunt us from beyond the grave. Haworth, West Yorkshire, once home to the Brontes, but with a story as sad and as tempestuous as this literary family's globally acclaimed work. Despite his home lying just yards away, it appears that the Black Bull's bar was a place where Patrick Bramwell Bronte drank his life away. And another family connection lay close by.
And just as we're coming down, you know, this way of you on this carpet, I feel as if I'm getting this, like, if you like, very prominent walk of the spirit man.
With the red hair?
No, this is another spirit man,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
But he's small of stature again.
Yeah.
And I feel he is most definitely, he would be dressed in a, I don't know why, but it's some kind of uniform. It's a uniform, a dressed uniform. And I can't absolutely break through onto this yet, but this, whatever this uniform is, he's accompanied by another spirit man who is, what do you call that, Sam? There's a reverend comes here, a reverend. So the reverend knew this man. Patrick. Is that his first name? Sam's given me the name Patrick. Patrick.
For the reverend or the...
Is that for the reverend, please, or the officer? Reverend Patrick. Not the officer.
And they knew each other?
Yes, they did.
So from the same time period?
Yes. I wouldn't be at all surprised whether a spirit energy is actually being, not actually seen, but noises, bangs and what have you. The person walks in and the cold shrill is that spirit person has walked right through them. And I feel this has been experienced, I don't know how many times here, but I get that energy coming out at me.
Okay.
As we headed upstairs, we were now aware that more than one generation of Haworth's most famous family may still roam this Yorkshire property. Until recently, the Black Bull's first floor housed bed and breakfast accommodation, but with room 3 also reporting poltergeist activity, we had to take a look for ourselves.
You know, it's coming back to me what was with me earlier on. I feel as though I'm getting people who are coughing and there's like, as if they're relieving the chest of like a phlegm or a, you know, sputum and what have you. And I feel that these fragrances that are in the atmosphere at times, that come up from the residue, could be borne out when these people were coughing up, and, you know, a horrible... Yes, but I feel I feel the fragrances are coming from that sort of thing, or would have done in its time.
Would this be the group of people you're picking up in terms of the illness downstairs?
Yeah. You know what this illness is? Without a doubt, Kieran.
Right.
It's collective. It's tuberculosis.
It is TB. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no two ways about it. It's rife. It's like, you know, in the residual.
Okay.
And I feel probably the fragrances are, the not so nice fragrances are, a collectiveness of their energies when they're coming in visitation here. And as I've left that pungent smell of this, like, you know, relieving the chests and
So
stuff.
is this somewhere that you would like to sit and investigate later on? And...
I feel it'll be interesting, yeah.
Right. That's you.
No, I clipped it, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not spirit, that.
Had Derek hit on a common killer? Tuberculosis claimed several lives at this time, and more than one Bronte is known to have fallen in its wake. Curious as to what other astral activity may exist here, we decide to let David Wells provide us with his sensory abilities.
As we come down these stairs, the first thing that, I mean, I know that chair's in a fairly obvious position, but it's very clear to me that there's an astral on that chair. I just want to touch the chair because I'm not sure if he's going to be... Wood.
Sit in it.
Rough. I don't know if he's... present or residual, but I can tell you something, he's not a pleasant character. He's a nasty character in so much that he's dark, and in that tousled haired, we're in Bronte Current, that Heathcliff kind of, like, you know, Kate Bush kind of way. He's a dark character. Narcotics, maybe, certainly alcohol, smoking, all of life's vices. Very frequent sex with, you know, not much commitment. And the chair, I think, is original, and I think it's clearly he wouldn't have sat here and drank himself into stupor. It's from the bar, so it would have been in the bar.
And who is he?
I'm really having a problem with this one because of where we are.
Just say it.
I think he's one of the Brontes. Obviously not one of the sisters, so I presume at some point they had it's either a brother or a cousin or something, maybe a brother.
Name?
I can't get it just yet. He's like, I'm trying to commune now, directly commune with him. He's present, but he's not actually here. The image is here, but I think he's in the bar area. So if you like, I've got a link with him.
So he was a desperate soul who...
Yeah, but there is a touch of, I guess, from that family, there was a touch of genius there as well, and that's often the case. There's this artistic side to him as well. There's this, with that family, this ability to create, and that's what he has as well.
If this was the restless and resentful soul of Bramwell Bronte, there may well be method in his madness, as some believe that he was a cruel victim of betrayal from his own flesh and blood. Did his younger sister Emily take his manuscripts and, with a few minor alterations, find fame as the author of Wuthering Heights? Fact or far-fetched folklore? Amazingly, another link stood in the nearby bar, an area where Bramwell's